Welcome to the Fowler-class Republic cruiser, better known as the Republic Guild Flagship. To acquire a flagship, you need 4 people to create a guild, 12 characters in the guild, 600k to unlock the guild bank, and a whopping 50 million credits to unlock a flagship. The rest of the flagship can be unlocked through a combination of encryptions and credits. Each room costs about 5 million more credits, and a large bundle of encryptions. Encryptions are items that you can find from 2 different sources. They come from completing conquests, both your personal and for placing on the guild leaderboard, and they are dropped from commanders, which are strong enemies located throughout the galaxy. This is what you get with your initial unlock of 50 million credits. You get a fairly large space, with lots of room for computer terminals, decorations, guild banks, or anything else you could possibly want on your guild flagship. This is the bridge deck, and this is where you load in, so it's a really good spot if you want to put down guild banks, GTNs, mailboxes, anything that's really useful that people might want to use quickly. This is the bridge. It's got a lot of space and a lot of hooks that you can use. When you first unlock the stronghold, you get 525 hooks, out of a maximum of 700 total for the entire flagship with all the rooms unlocked. You should be able to find some space for everything. The view out the window actually changes depending on what planet you're at. We're currently over the Republic fleet, but we can always head to Tython or any other of the planets on this list. It costs 20,000 credits to move the flagship. The flagship can be moved for useful purposes, like being able to exit quickly onto a planet that you have an event on, or it can be used to provide a boost over planets that you're doing conquest on. For example, if you happen to be trying to do all the Alderaan heroics for your Alderaan conquest, you can put your flagship over and provide orbital support for an extra boost to your numbers. If you're looking for some neat decorations to place on the bridge, there's actually quite a few crafted computers that would be great to put in all of these spaces. There's terminals for both Republic and Imperial side, as well as some nondescript ones. On the bridge deck, there's also the escape pod area. It doesn't have a lot of decoration hooks, but it is a nice area to explore. And you can actually take these escape pods to exit the planet just as if you were exiting the planet the normal way. The easy way to get out of here is right above your map, exit area, and it'll give you a list of options. I believe some of them are grayed out if you're free to play, but you can exit to the planet you're over, you can go back to where you were, you can go to your starship, and you can go back to the fleet. I'm just gonna run into walls, don't mind me. This is a small area right before the elevator. This elevator over here, the one straight to the east, goes to all of the other decks that you can unlock. Before we do, let's go check out the officers' quarters. They're also provided with your initial unlock, and they provide a bit more privacy than this big open deck. There's a left and a right area of the officer deck. They're exactly the same room, just on different sides. And yes, you can ride your mount indoors. From this deck, you can actually see down to the hangar, which is another room that you can unlock with encryptions and credits. We're back on the bridge now. Each of these decks actually has a small section at the top of the elevator that you do get with your initial unlock. So if you're looking to squeeze a few more rooms out of your initial unlock without having to get all of those frameworks and encryptions, you do get this little small space. It could be good for a tiny cantina, maybe a bedroom, anything that doesn't require a huge amount of space. So when you come up to this door, before you've unlocked it, you just will be able to right click it and it will show you exactly what you need. You'll have to have the credits that you need, which is usually 5 million credits, in your guild bank. You can't have it on your person. And you also need the frameworks in your guild bank. So make sure if you have your encryptions but you haven't turned them into frameworks, make sure to do that first on the fleet. It's in the stronghold section. And once you unlock it, you'll have this room here. This is the first room of the command deck. And when you unlock this room, it costs 5 million credits, 5 command frameworks, it gives you plus 10 people, and it gives you plus 75 decorations. So if you're looking just to unlock some more decorations, this one gives you the most bang for your buck. It has a nice raised platform area here. On our flagship, we actually decided to put a big dueling ring here. We have a whole bunch of datacrons along the outside, and the different corners have different colored flags up on them. So there's 3 different doors that you can unlock once you come in here. 1, 2, 3. And here's the door we just came out of. And the one straight ahead is a fairly small room. All of these 3 rooms here will cost 5 command frameworks. They will give you plus 5 occupancy and plus 25 decorations, and like the rest of them, they also cost 5 mil on top of the encryptions. This room's actually nicer than the others because you got a really good view of whatever planet you're hovering over. And these rooms are really similar, except they're about twice as big and they're around a little corner. I just don't have the encryptions to show you these parts yet. Sorry. So we're heading up to the crew deck. So this one, when you come up to it, will also be locked. To unlock the crew deck, you will need 5 million credits, 4 logistical frameworks, you will get plus 5 to occupancy, and you'll get 25 more decorations for your ship. And you'll get mainly just this big open area here. You won't get any of these doors yet. Just another section to the ship, and this is the crew deck. The crew deck actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more rooms that you can unlock. And these are all about the same size as the room that I showed you downstairs in the command deck. Each of these crew rooms, crew room 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they cost 5 million credits each, 2 logistical frameworks, they give you plus 5 to occupancy, and they give you 25 more decorations. So if you're looking to increase the layout of your ship, or to give yourself more decorations, if you're short on credits, these are not the best ones to open first because they only give you a little bit more space. But if you have lots of credits but no encryptions or frameworks, these are a good choice to pick because they only cost 2 logistical ones. So the majority of these rooms are literally all exactly the same, actually not the majority. And there's 1 in the front on each side and 2 in the back on each side. Let's go up to the hangars. We're on the hangar deck now. As usual, it has the small room that you get with your initial unlock. Now, the hangar deck access is kind of sad. You really don't get a lot. You get this little section here. You get this over here. and you also get the matching one on the other side. But you can unlock the actual hangars themselves. There's a port and a starboard hangar, so two. They're identical, just on opposite sides. Each hangar costs 5 million credits, 4 and gives you plus 50 decorations. And if all you want to do is throw a big ol' crafted ship in there, then that'll give you a whole bunch more decorations to spread across the rest of your ship. The hangar has a huge amount of space. It's not the best area if you want to set up small rooms like libraries or med bays, but if you want to show off your starfighter ships, your crafted ships, any cool centerpieces you found, this is a great space. Because not only can you put a starship here, but if you wanted to, you can also put a bajillion centerpiece hooks. You can do a layout that has 5 centerpieces, or you can do a layout that has 9 centerpieces, and if you can't fit your other stuff on there, I don't know where else you're going to put it. The view outside the hangar is really nice as well. It'll show whatever planet you're over again. Or you'll get stuck in the door and probably asphyxiate yourself to death. Let's head up to the engineering deck. The engine room is probably the saddest room in the entire flagship in terms of unlock price, but it is also one of the coolest. It costs 5 million credits, 6 engineering frameworks. It gives you plus 5 to occupancy, and 25 more decorations. The room itself is pretty small. It's about the size of the other crew quarter rooms, but outside this window, you can see the actual engine room itself. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way down there, and if anyone's discovered one, I haven't found it. And that is the end of the flagship tour. If you want to learn more about this flagship, or the other flagship, or the other strongholds, you can visit SWTORstrongholds.com and view the screenshots, the table that has information about the costs, occupancy, and the number of decorations you unlock, and information just about how to get your first flagship. Have a good one, guys!